Alrighty, guys. I hate to make this an unedited video, but I wanted to make this as some form of closure for this channel since I was enjoying doing this so much. But for several reasons, I am going to be discontinuing slash done with this channel. Obviously, the series over. We'll go over all that, but I do want to get the cliff notes going out for anyone who is just interested in how this series ended. I will not be getting this video edited, all the footage I had, since I am not going to be continuing WoW content. It is very, very expensive on top of incredibly time consuming to make these episodes. So I just, if I'm not going to continue doing WoW content, which I'm not, I'm going to be done with that. It's just not, it just doesn't make sense. But I did want to make this video to close out everything. So let's just go ahead and do that right now. So we finished RFD on the last episode, and essentially at some point we did a few levels out in the open world before we moved on to Scarlet Monastery Library. We got a new scout as well, just in case some hordes were added us to check. And yeah, if I can find the footage, we ended up going into Scarlet Monastery Graveyard. We did RFD one last time just for the experience. Then we ended up going all the way to Graveyard. We got a very easy kill, actually. You would be surprised how easy it is to solo these bosses, Library and Graveyard, since they're just they're just casters. If I can just skip forward to that. And we ended up just LOSing. This boss, the Houndmaster, is harder than the final boss, or only boss of Graveyard, and the final boss of Library, so we ended up doing that, and we stealth through the entire thing, clear out the waves before, log out for cooldowns, until we eventually just kill this guy, and it was so easy, it's not even worth showing. So we do that a few times. We get all of the Valentine's Day chocolate buffs, all these buffs, engineering up to 300, so much preparation, and I've done this a few takes, but honestly, I'm just going to go ahead and go right into it. So after spending, it was almost an hour trying to get my defense level up to the highest possible. We eventually get another summon to, we get another summon. This was actually going to be the final thing we did for episode 4 before I just logged out and took a 10-day break to get more rested experience. Level 40 versus level 40 Scarlet Monastery Armory boss. Melee versus melee. And this is where things, unfortunately, happened. So I wanted to skip this pack because I was worried about them running away. The reason why I'm worried about them running away is because they can just keep chain pulling over and over again. So I thought if I were to sap one of these mobs in the 3 at the end, I could maybe target dummy the rest and keep that target dummy alive long enough to open the door, wait for the target dummy to die and then vanish. If you target dummy and then vanish while it's still active, you're still in combat because of your pet, and it's like you're not even stealth at all. So the plan, and I was also worried about that singular guy pulling even if I was in the corner. So I just was I was panicking very hard right now. Honestly, I couldn't even think straight because I knew, like, honestly, I had so much hope and emotion and so much happiness towards the WoW content in the series that I just think it got to me too seriously. I hadn't even used any potions yet. So I'm trying to figure out what the frick to do, and I just decide, all right, I can't panic forever. This is taking too long. And you might have seen it. I'm a complete idiot that you'll see it very soon. There's I guess you can't see it yet, but yeah, there is a patrol that shows up at a very, very unfortunate time. So hopefully this happens one day or another. Okay, yeah, God, I skipped 30 seconds. So we sap, we drop the dummy, and the Myrmidon back there, that singular one, doesn't actually pull, but unfortunately this Evoker does, and I panic because if that fireball hits, I am now hit by a damage over time ability, and vanish will not work. It will work for half a second, but if I tick if the fireball ticks and they're still near me, they don't run away. They'll recombat, like re-put me into aggro, and I will just die. So I shit my pants. I run out of LOS, and I thought because this Myrmidon was attacking me, it means that my target dummy was dead. I didn't realize that this singular one that I was worried about had socialed off of the patrol, and that's why he was even next to me in the first place. I assumed, okay, the melee's on me, the target dummy must have died already. So I vanished, and what do you know? They're still running at me, and then I see the masterwork target dummy is being targeted by the mage. And I'll be honest with you, I just gave up right there. It was pathetic. I think I freaked out. I think I had other stuff going on in real life, and I was just like, honestly, yeah, I pressed the worst possible button. I pressed a goblin sapper and took out half my health. In hindsight, I could have used my goblin helmet on one. I could have used my dragon to tank the other ones, my mechanical dragon. I could have magic dusted another one. I honestly probably would have lived with Adrenaline Rush, Blade Flurry, so many things. I could have mowed him down, but I assumed if this situation happened, I would have died because of the disarm. And to be fair, it is a 10-second disarm on multiple of them. So unfortunately, I just stand there like a fucking idiot. I'm literally so lost. I'm just panicking. Like, there's nothing I can do here. Goodbye, world. Yeah. I mean, if you look at it too, without any boons or potions or anything, I almost just like one shot an evoker, which makes me think I really could have just killed them all. But it was just I panicked way too hard. I think I had too much emotion invested into this. So it be like that, right? In hardcore, this is like in a situation like this, it would have been best to just not have logged in today. Well, obviously, but I think like if the nerves were too high, you know,
How it ends, huh?
yeah, that's how it ends. So, I'll go into like everything in a bit, but yeah, this happened. Just looking at all my gear, the amount of time we put in, 300 engineering, all that stuff. RIP and peace in the ER room, some might say. So that prompted me into realizing that I think my current life, I do League of Legends as a job, like content creation for YouTube, which that game is horrible. It's probably the worst game that has ever been created. But it is my job, and I've realized that World of Warcraft is like truly the best game that has ever been created, but it's also a video game. And with gaming creation, it's always going to have, with the video game content creation, there's always going to be a lifespan of the game where there's ups and downs. Either way, with League of Legends, the game is dying more and more every year, and it's just a stressful situation. So I figured I'm gonna take an attempt at something IRL, completely unrelated to video games, which would be nice as well because you don't have to deal with like Twitter and Reddit and that whole type of thinking, which is obscene to me. Anyways, so we definitely went a bit. I would say it is arguably like it's obviously very dramatic what I end up doing here, but I decided that I was pretty much done with hardcore World of Warcraft. Maybe SSF will be a huge thing, and I'll get the itch, but I don't think so. I honestly will probably just never. I'll probably never make WoW content again or play it, sadly. But yeah, so I just started disenchanting my stuff, having a good time about it. I have my three absolute best friends I made online with me: Len, TSG, and Anomic, the priest, warrior, and mage. So I end up disenchanting everything, and this is Wigglesworth, my OG OnlyFangs character. I give all my items and stuff to my friends, and then honestly, friends of friends, guildies, we just I just start giving away stuff, rolling it off, whatever, and then we have a little bit of fun with this. So I get low, I jump off with my flying mount, and then we just kill ourselves. Um, so GG to that, and then do the same thing with my 60 rogue. I spent a month doing my tier 0.5 quest just to get the chest, but honestly, I'm not there anymore. Yeah. So I ended up killing myself on this character. We have a friend simply with us too. Give away all of our bags and shit. I honestly might as well, right? That this time we give our friend Anomic a ear. And then by the final character, we have. I'm saying RIP Only Fangs, RIP Hardcore WoW. We have our friend Simply execute us with his sick, with his sick tier 2 helm. And then wait for it. Yep, executes us. So that is what happened to. Yeah, that's what happened to all my characters. This is my last video, so I will say this: World of Warcraft's community versus League of Legends is uncomparable. You know, every community's got its filth or whatever, but like I would say that this is like so. Oh, well, my video's done rendering for League. I would say this is like the best gaming community I've ever experienced. I think that everyone's so much more normal, you know, as far as like us gamers can be. And it was really truly a pleasure. I'm so happy that you guys enjoyed the videos. But with that said, if it can't be a job, it is a huge time commitment that I don't have time for. I want to focus on my health. I played WoW hardcore for 4 months straight and turned into a fat gorilla. You know, not yeah. Anyways, so I want to focus my time on other things that will make me happier in the long term. And as fun as World of Warcraft is for me, it's just time. Unfortunately, it's time for me to KMS in game. Anyways, thank you guys so much for all of the support. And I appreciate you all, and I hope you guys enjoy your World of Warcraft. And yeah, it's been real. This was so much fun. Thank you guys.